Hello everybody, my name is Sam. I make waifu meta content, and today we're talking about Electro Charge Mona. With the most recent transformative reaction buff in 1.6, Electro Charge Mona has gotten a huge buff in the current state of the game. So this team has been around for a while and it's really kind of underrated. I believe this is the best team to make Mona an actual main DPS. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my build, suggested artifacts, weapons, and the role each character plays in his team, as well as substitutions. For my weapon, I'm rocking the Skyward Atlas, probably one of the best consistent DPS weapons for Mona. But if you have Lost Prayer, that's fine too, especially since it has a crit rate substat, kind of easier to build around rather than Skyward Atlas. Some other substitutions are, if you have the Wine Song, great choice. You can never go wrong with the Witsith, especially with the Elemental Mastery buff. That's why I think the Map of Mirror is pretty good now as far as Electro Charge. And if you do get that Elemental Mastery boost from the Witsith, it's not that bad either. If you buy the Battle Pass, Solar Pearl is a great option. If you have the Eye of Perception, it's also a great option. But at the time of this recording, the current event that's going on right now, the Klee event, those Dodoko Tails is probably your best free-to-play option as far as main DPS Mona. And I won't go too much into detail because I want to make a separate video for that catalyst. So be sure to turn on the bell so you won't miss out on that video. For my artifact set, I'm running 2-piece Heart of Death, 2-piece Gladiator's Finale. Other options include a full 4-piece of the Heart of Death, but I just don't have good pieces. You can run a Wonders Troop because of the Elemental Mastery. You can also boost up your Electro Charge. And you can also run Noblesse because you're going to be pretty much spamming your burst quite often with this Electro Charge team. I got the typical Flower, Feather, and for the Sand Piece, I chose attack percent. Lacola made a great video comparing Elemental Mastery Sand Piece and attack percent Sand Piece for an Electro Charge team. And in the footage you're seeing in the open world against those weekly bosses, I used an Elemental Mastery piece for Mona, but for Abyss, I preferred an attack percent Sans piece because I found more success in that. But like I said in Lacola's video, link in the description, with the most recent Elemental Mastery buffs, as far as Electro Charge, an Elemental Mastery Sans piece isn't that far off from an attack percent Sans piece, which is good. I got hydro damage bonus cup, of course, and in this case, I have a crit damage circlet. Because of my substats, I have a 54 to 161 ratio and a little bit of Elemental Mastery and 106 hydro damage bonus. If you have C1 Mona, that's going to help you tremendously because of the Electro Charge buff. And I have C2, haven't been able to get C3, Sag, but whatever, it is what it is. And you know me, I got the Triple Crown Mona, and oh my gosh, I love Triple Crown Mona. You don't have to Triple Crown Mona, you don't have to crown this at all, trust me. You can leave this at 9, but you know me, Hydro Sam, I love Mona and I triple crowned her, and it's the only times I've used my crowns. So now let's move on to Fischl. I finally ascended her past level 70. I've got a rust on her for Oz because the main thing about Fischl is I want her Oz on the field and I want her to just apply the Electro debuff on enemies so that way my Mona can be the one causing the Electro Charge. And I have a Tenacity of Millelith on Fischl because whenever Oz does damage, she's going to be increasing my attack for Mona. For Zhongli, you can also run Tenacity of the Millelith, but if you choose to run this set on Fischl, then you can just put on Noblesse pieces for Zhongli and he'll be the one that will be constantly applying his elemental burst. So you can get that increased attack percent for your party. So for the Spiral Abyss, I use Mona in the first half because second half she'd die in Chamber 2 with those stupid bullcrap animals. So the artifact set I ran on Bennett was actually Thunder and Fury, so that way when we get to the Abyss Lector shields, Bennett would be the one shredding those shields with the popular technique of just spamming his elemental skill because of the Thunder and Fury set bonus. And because I had no one else on Noblesse, I decided to put Noblesse on Beidou and just try to give her as much energy recharge as possible because I wanted that burst to be up as much as possible. And because I have C6, she'll be providing a great shield for us, and she would be decreasing the electro resistance of enemies, thus increasing our Electro Charge damage even more. But of course, you can always switch Thunder and Fury and Noblesse with these two in case you aren't using it for Spiral Abyss or you have something else going on. I think Fischl is probably the most important character in this team because just Oz is just so good, especially paired up with Mona's elemental skill. In case you don't have Fischl or Beidou, either one, you can always use Lee Sin as Electro Charge team comp because she's also very good with her defense shredding on her talent of Static Electricity Field. The reason I put Sucrose on this team is because personally I like having that electro resonance for my team so we can get those elemental particles up and just have the spam burst after burst after burst. So I think Bennett and Zhongli are the best supports for this team. Bennett because you'll never die in his field, and Zhongli because why heal whenever your shield just never lets you die in the first place. As you've probably already seen with Zhongli, his shield is the best. He's the protector of the waifus, which makes attacking with Mona very easy. But what I like about Bennett is you can attack from a distance And you can get all your damage buffs just by staying in this little circle right here. So that's it for the tips and tricks and the guide. Now I'm going to show you a floor 12 first half showcase. And wow, I was surprised by this team because they pumped out so much damage, and it was actually an easy good time on the Spiral Abyss. And it just feels so good to use Mona as a main DPS. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it for the rest of the video. I love y'all so much. Remember, waifu over meta, and enjoy the rest of the video. Let's see right here though. I understand. 運命よ、水面に映るのです。真実に耳を傾け、この世界なんかよりもキアラちゃんの方がみんながそばにいてくれる。絆が炭になるがいい。運命よ、ここにいでよ。運命よ、姿夜の権限燃えろ。これがカイザ。これが運命。全力攻撃。Go Benny go。燃えろ。またかわせなかった。燃えろ。みんなは俺が食らえ。よし、エネルギー補充が。あの日、あなたは私に手を差し伸べてくれた。その手を掴んだ時から私の運命は変わった。あなたは私の人生の中で一番大事な人。もしあなたを助けることが罪なら、その罪は私が背負う。さようなら、キアネちゃん。
手合わせならいつでも付き合おう。